I'm prettier in the summer, and it's primarily because I'm happier in the summer. I have a more pleasant disposition. Like, I literally come alive in the sunshine. And it's not lost on me that the energy that I have to extend to others, like whether it's just like showing personal interest, like asking the barista, how are you? Or, just like being polite in those normal everyday interactions with people. Like it's not lost on me that I'm the one who's creating the shift. Like I'm the one who is holding space for the interaction to be positive and for there to be like a transference or an interchange of like positivity in that moment. And I've tested it out because this, like creating content like this, for me has been extremely cathartic. Um, I was raised by someone like a mom who really put a lot of emphasis on like the inner person more so than the outer person, and she would check me. Like she didn't allow like mean girl behavior, and I didn't grow up in a colorist household or really even like a superficial household. Like I was praised for things that had nothing to do with like the external. And so you grow up with that type of upbringing and you are polite. You are polite. Like you have manners, good ones. And that's also something that is rewarded. Like people want to hear thank you. And it takes 2 seconds, to show like genuine gratitude for the service being performed. And it's like it is a necessary service, um, you know, and I think the pandemic really highlighted that, how important service workers are. And I can't remember which country has like that pay system where it's offensive to tip because everyone makes a livable wage because everyone's job and the work that they do is viewed as being a valuable part of society as a whole. And so it's like everything is a little bit more fair in terms of wages. Um, but anyways, going back to my original thought, I'm I'm the one who's creating my own positive experiences. Um, I know that that is not going to like you can't say that just across the board having a positive outlook and approaching people with a positive disposition is always going to yield or render positive results. But it's just been really interesting my watching myself evolve because I'm testing theories out to prove a point, which the point for me is based on my upbringing and my mother's emphasis on like kindness and treating people right. I knew that the reason for microaggressions that I was experiencing had nothing to do with me being a trash person. And a lot of times you'll hear people say that people who are experiencing microaggressions due to pretty privilege, not race, but pretty privilege specifically, you'll hear them say like you want to say like people are jealous of you and people don't like you for this reason and people don't like you for that reason. And first of all, I have people who like me in real life. I have friends. But also, and if you don't, that means maybe you haven't found your tribe yet. That's not proof positive that you are a trash person. But a lot of people will say that it's like a vibe check. Like you are creating negative experiences and you are the reason people are treating you harshly or people are being rude to you, not because you're pretty or not because you have a light or like an inner glow or whatever. And I always resent those type of comments because they're basically saying like You're the reason that you're experiencing microaggressions. It's not that you're pretty, it's that you're trash. You have trash energy, and that is why you're having trash experiences. And like a lot of times they'll say only a hit dog hollers, but for me, I just kind of saw it as an excuse to justify the ill treatment, not a valid reason for why it was happening or whatever. And I've said before that for me, the microaggressions were let's say past tense. Let's speak affirmatively. They were a very negative experience every time, jolting and shocking every time, because I have grown accustomed to having positive experiences. So when I have a negative experience, it's weird. Like I really just had one right now. And it's crazy because I go to a coffee shop, I buy something that's not common, and like a bottle of something, and the barista offers me a pump. And I'm like, I'm trying to figure out how to leave the tip on my card. So I'm asking, she comes to the window with my card, and I'm asking her how to leave the tip on the card. She's asking me if I want a pump. And I'm like, well, how much is the pump? And she's like, oh, I'll give it to you for free. The barista behind her literally is rolling her eyes at me. Little white girl, maybe 20. And I was just like, I caught her and I smiled at her and spoke, because why are you rolling your eyes at me, little girl? You. I am in a very racist city right now, making this purchase. This is not where I live, but I quickly thought, like, she probably just grew up in a racist household, and she's giving me like the death stare, thinking I wasn't gonna see her because she does not like black people. And also I'm pretty. And also my car's real nice. And I'm really grateful for that. Eats up all my coins, but it's like multiple reasons to be mad. I get it. But it was jolting. So on the one hand, I'm getting like this cool little pump that I'm gonna love and enjoy using for free. And then homegirl in the back is rolling her eyes at me. And I was like, that's just how it works sometimes, you know. But I chose to smile. I chose to ask. And she quickly, like, it was like she didn't, I don't know if she, I don't know why she thought she could stare directly at me. And I'm like less than 5 feet from you, and I wouldn't see you looking at me like that. But either way, it was like she was surprised that I caught her, quickly smiled, and scurried away. I leave that coffee shop and go to Dunkin' Donuts. I'm not eating the donut. I just wanted to sit in their parking lot and record this video, but I was like, I'm gonna at least go and buy like a donut hole, so that I'm not just loitering, right? Long story short, I go in, make my purchase. They give it to me for free. And this is like a South Asian owned Dunkin' Donuts, which I think a lot of them are, not to be like racist, because yes, good for you. But collectively that is. But so okay, nice little white girl gives me pump. Nice Indian guy, South Asian guy gives me free donut. Yesterday I got half off my salad. You know, like, I like little things like that. These are like positive experiences for me, and I feel like I'm creating them because I am bringing joy and sunshine into the spaces that I enter, because it's summer and I'm happier. And I also, I think when you're happier, you have more energy to put into your appearance, and you're not like, I live in the Midwest. You're not like all covered up with the coat and hats and earmuffs, etc. So yeah, like, I just feel like when you are actively trying to make sure that the energy you bring into a space is good, it's universally attractive, universally appealing, and will render positive results. And I just wanted to like make a video acknowledging that, because kindness is universally attractive. Joy is universally attractive. Being conscious of how we show up in spaces is not easy because life be lifing. But if you can make room for it and you can decide, like, I'm going to put in the work to make every interaction a positive one, it really, like, it really does come back on you double, triple fold. And it does help with the microaggressions that I think have been decreasing because I have been seeking to be more kind, and authentically so. Like, not just like asking because it's just the formality, but like asking, like genuinely waiting to hear the response. It's less than a 3 to 5 minute interaction. Like, it doesn't take a lot, you know, to make someone feel seen. And I want to, I guess I just want to encourage someone to try it out. Like, decide before you enter these spaces that you're going to control the room. That you're going to shift the energy. And if it's already good energy, you're going to make it better. And if it's lousy, you're going to make it at least average, you know? It's very empowering. It's very powerful to be able to see your energy positively impact multiple others, and like kind of like watch people like come alive almost, just because you took time out to like be polite, be kind, and hold space, you know, for them. And I think the world needs more of that. Obviously, everybody's not going to receive it well. That's fine. But 9.9 times out of 10, you will be received well. I think it has to be genuine, though. People can tell when it's fake. So if it's not working for you, maybe hold off on it. Just smile and speak, and don't do too much else. But if you can really make room to care, it's really a good thing. Thanks for listening.